Ken Deeks here. I'm recording this on May 26th, which in the Anglican Book of Common Prayer 2019 for North America, the Anglican Church of North America, May 26th is the commemoration day for Augustine of Canterbury, not to be confused with Augustine of Hippo, his typically more famous namesake. Augustine of Canterbury, he was the first Archbishop of Canterbury. That's why he is commemorated, the kind of the symbolic head of the worldwide Anglican Communion, which is today about 85 million people or so. So he was a Benedictine monk in Rome. He became the first Archbishop of Canterbury in 597, a long time ago. He's considered the apostle to the English, and he's considered the founder of the English Church. But that's not really true. We'll get to that in a minute. He was a prior at a monastery in Rome, and the Gregory the Great, the Bishop of Rome, chose him to lead an evangelistic mission to the south of Britain, what we know as Britain. And he was very successful. There are many converts and great church growth in the south of England. The reason why he's not really the founder of the Church of England, though, is because there were already Christians there. In fact, there's archaeological evidence that there were Christians there, perhaps as early as the 1st century. Converts from the Roman Empire that had traveled across up to, I guess, would be known as Albion at that time. In fact, as early as 314, the church in England sent several bishops, I think 3 bishops, to the Council of Arles. So that means that there's an organized church in England at least 300 years before Augustine of Canterbury arrives there. But it's really under him that all of the various bishops and dioceses and monasteries that have been established in England eventually come under the leadership of the Diocese of Canterbury, becomes kind of the diocese with primacy of honor, so that whoever is the Bishop of Canterbury becomes the Archbishop of all of England, and eventually of all of the Anglican Church as it spreads out from Britain around the world. 85 million believers now in a lot of countries. Well, we know that in about the year 1000, so roughly 500 years after Augustine of Canterbury launches his ministry, there's a great schism, a great divide in the church, the east from the west. And all of the dioceses and churches in the west are consolidated under the Bishop of Rome, and we have the birth of what we know today as the Roman Catholic Church. In the east, however, the churches continue to function as they had from their origin. That is, as autonomous, self-governing churches, dioceses, and national churches in communion with one another. And that's how it had been, both east and west. So this shift to the Bishop of Rome having not just some primacy of honor, but primacy of authority is a novel thing. 500 years after that great schism between East and West. Of course, the churches in England are under the authority or within the jurisdiction of Rome, becoming a part of this Roman Catholic Church. But 500 years later, in the time of what we call the Reformation, the English Church reclaimed its identity as a legitimate branch of the Catholic Church. You had the kind of the Western branch under Rome, the Eastern branch, again, not one big one big monolithic church, but a collection of churches and dioceses. And then you have the church in England, which really has followed the Eastern model, or what I would call the original model. And so the Archbishop of Canterbury doesn't have authority over the English Church or the Anglican Church in Kenya, or the Anglican Church in Canada, or the Anglican Church in North America. But the Archbishop has kind of primacy of honor, and he's one who convenes the bishops. Of course, today things are a little confused. There's some, uncertainty about, how long this traditional position will remain as a legitimate position. Only someone from England can be the Archbishop of Canterbury, and thus the head of the worldwide Anglican Communion. There's 16 million Anglicans in Nigeria, way more than are in England. So I foresee a day when the Archbishop of Canterbury will, as a position, as a role, will really diminish and may even be replaced, and possibly we're already in the process of that, but replaced with something more truly global, truly international, where we could see an archbishop over the Anglican Communion from Africa or South America or for Asia. And I think that's a great thing. But for today, May 26th, we remember where it all almost began, under the first Archbishop of Canterbury, Augustine. Until next time, the Lord bless you.